So today we are out in the center of Johannesburg. You can't believe it, in the Waterfall Equestrian Estate. Thank you so much to Grant from Chas Everett Luxury Division for organizing us to be able to come into this venue. And we don't want to just show you one horse, we want to show you more than one. Have a look. This, of course, is a tremendous privilege because, as we said, we don't just have a wonderful pista, but we're also here with these fantastic animals allowed to film in the middle of the Waterfall Equestrian Estate. Come a bit this way, let's talk about this horse over here. Of course, a fantastic version of this supercar because it is the Pista. Pista meaning track, so it's all track orientated, race orientated, it's lightweight, it's agile. It's probably one of the most agile versions of this car. More than that, this is of course not just a standard Pista, it is also the Novitec Pista. Now the owner was a bit weary about which parts he wanted to have in his car. He then came to us at race and he said, hey, what should I do, what shouldn't I? And we took him out in the F8 in Largo, which also has a power upgrade, the suspension and the exhaust. We came back from the test drive and he said, I want it all. And that's what he's going to get. So far, we have fitted these lovely NF10 wheels, the lovely Novitec suspension, and then of course, the power upgrade. So one of the things that really will change the heart of this car is the sound that it makes. And that's something that is still to come. Downpipes and of course a sport exhaust system. The Pista, even in its natural form, is a fantastic car. It's a working wonder of aerodynamics because of the F1 inspired S-duct curve, how the airflow comes onto the car, into the car, and how it gets dispersed from here to the central section being dealt with that dolphin fin at the back, and also through these semi-tunnels around the sides of the car. Here in front, of course, these big gaping air cavities, all that air being fed in there because the radiators are lying slightly backwards and the air feeding onto there to cool it down. These ducts on the side, the air escaping through there. Now, around the side of the car, on these sides is where the intercoolers get all that cool air, and of course, the rest of it being dealt with here in the rear. That diffuser, the active aero system, and how this wing, although it's not a movable wing, it's solid, it is elongated, it's larger in order to give the car a lot of downforce. And it really, really needs it because this car is exceptionally fast. Now even faster with our performance upgrade. So I think that's said enough about the beauty and the wonder of this car externally. The rest of it is inside. In order to do that, we shall take it out for a lovely little cruise and see just how that feels, that power on the road. 802 horsepower, 898 Newton meters of torque. As we say, it's not just an F8 with that power. This is the Pista. This is the lightweight version with a lot of steroids. Right, welcome into the interior of our Novitec Pista without an exhaust. That's going to come pretty soon. The first thing that we need to say is that if you're driving a Pista and you've got our power upgrade and you've got our suspension, if the looks work, then of course everything else needs to work on the sound level. So listen to this. There's not the sound that really works together with the amount of power that this car has. So the exhaust is an absolute must. We got one of the most special Ferrari engines at the time of production. They said the most powerful V8 that they have ever made. And it's such a joy in this car because this car is way more crazy than, for example, a normal 488, simply because this is the Pista, the track version, the one that is lightweight and agile and nimble and ready to tear up a track, which is not going to happen in Johannesburg traffic. The 458 naturally aspirated V8, the jump for Ferrari to do a twin turbo V8, upping the power with more than 100 horsepower was something exponential at the time. And now if you consider that we come into the equation with our power module, and we up the power with nearly another 100 horsepower. So in total, in the proximity of a 200 horsepower upgrade, the numbers absolutely speak for it. Twin turbocharged V8 engine with our power module now kicks out 802 horsepower, 898 Newton meters of torque. It is relentless. Bloody hell, that is so scary. You can't believe this car's actually keeping it intact. If I did not have it in race mode and the traction control would be off, we would have a centimeter less rubber, I'm certain of it. That is just crazy. The immediacy that the turbochargers give you, that power module, an absolute necessity when you're driving a car like this. Now you'd think driving the two heavyweights, the SVJ and the 812 Superfast, would make this look puny, but in the shadow of those, this one is just writing its own numbers. Very, very respectful, that is. I mean, the power is up from the heavyweights and the performance is as well. You're doing about 100 in 2.7 seconds. And then a top speed of 345. Now the SVJ breaks that, but I'll get to 200 in a second faster than the Lamborghini SVJ. What I love about this is the fact that it doesn't matter in which mode you drive it, whether you do auto or whether you flick the gears yourself, it's just a weapon. There's so much torque available at low RPMs. And then of course, it doesn't run out of breath all the way up to 8,000. It is just a wild one. I'm missing the visceral experience. I'm missing the fact that it's not audibly on the level of the performance. So constantly, I'm used to the other cars giving me so much feedback from an audible sense, but this is just not doing the same. But where's the noise? Ah, this is a wild, wild, wild car. It really is wild. The third version of the electronic diff that's going to help you stay out of the walls. Then you've got F-Track, something which is like the traction control, very advanced to keep you out of the walls. And you've got ABS and EBD. There's a string of things that you're never allowed to build on a Scrabble board that this car's kitted out with, so that it'll keep you safe while you're enjoying everything that it has to offer. It's another ball game with this thing so quiet. You can't believe it's not making any noise. Do you know that it's quiet? We were filming in an equestrian estate. Thank you so much to Grant from Chas Everett Luxury Division organizing that. But we were happily being able to film and drive the car and move it in and amongst those horses, and they didn't really even twitch. Nah, Brut, you need a Novitec pipe. You need a Novitec pipe. Accolades to Ferrari for making this car so incredibly drivable, considering the pedigree, considering that it's mental and it's made for track driving. Kicked up. There's a little bit of a burp, but it's a Novitec pipe. What's really funky as well is that if you drive the SVJ or the 812, you're looking at the late 20s when it comes to liters per 100 kilometers, 27, 28. That's normal driving, 100 k's an hour or whatever, that's urban driving. But if you take this car, for example, that's got the performance that'll eat those two boys alive up to 200 k's an hour, alive. And it'll use under 20 liters per 100 kilometers. Anything between 16 118 liters per 100 kilometer. And you'll smoke those other boys. What did I say about the docile? It's just the noise that's docile. Anyways, guys, it's been a tremendous short blast and a burst with you. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, then feel free to do so. Hit that little notification bell so you get updated every time that we launch a new video. Also, you can follow us on Instagram, me personally, Beyond the Cock, Novitec at Novitec Group, Zach from Santon Supercars helping us out while we're here in South Africa, and of course the man building all these quality builds, the Novitec cars in South Africa, Marco from Race. Race1_ is their Instagram account. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the next video. So keep safe, and until then, adios.